Hi, my name's Eric Collette. I currently work for Family Search, and I decided to do my senior project on something that I'm working on for them. I'm using D3.js. So D3.js is a JavaScript library that's for making it so data-driven documents can be shown more visually. Um, just like this down here, it shows us a visual representation of all the data that these people have for these different companies. It works with a lot of different files. I don't even know all the files that it works with, but these are a few that I've worked with. What I used it for was a map on the Family Search wiki page. There's a link down here if you want to go check it out. Right here, this is the current map on the page. My map looks like this. I made a lot of changes. I had to find a lot of different data to get all of these points, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So the way I did it is I had to have a JSON file that helped me represent all the data in all these different ways. There's a lot of different arcs and points that had to go into it, and so I got a lot of help from online with finding those points. I also had to have a list of the available countries that comes from my wiki team, not my team, but the team of Family Search that does the wiki pages. They needed a way to update that and change it so that whenever they add a country, those will now show up. Topo.json, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it makes it so all of those points and everything are a lot smaller than they would be if you just used them plain straight out from where you got them. And that's really helpful because we're trying to keep our pages under a certain size. The bigger they are, the slower they load, especially on smaller devices like phones and tablets. So I wanted to show a quick demo on what I did with the map. So right here, this is the page that it's on right now. It's just on beta. We'll be moving it once everything's finished. This map currently, I made it so D3 allows you to have an easier way of zooming. You can scroll in and out. You can drag the map, but I set it so there's bounds so it doesn't just go off the screen. When you hover over, there's names of all of the places. When you zoom in, you can see all of these names right here. All of these dark gray ones are not available, so I am clicking on these, nothing's happening. But when you hover over these light ones, these are the ones that they have wiki pages for. So you could choose any of these states, any of these places, and they should have a wiki page for it, depending on whatever information they're giving us for the CSV file. If I click on Nebraska, since it's in beta, it won't show anything, but if I change it to production, we now should have a page if there is one. So I know that there's one for Ohio, so if I were to go to the Ohio page on mine, it has to be capitalized, so I have to click on it directly from my map. If I were to go over here, click Ohio, change this to production, now you can get to your Family Search a lot faster, directly from the map even. It helps out so much having this map, so I'm hoping it'll be a great help for them. I think this is a huge thing to use if you're trying to put your data visually onto your own page. It is a JavaScript library, so usually it's used for web development. I don't know, people might decide to try and implement it somewhere else. But I know that this has been super helpful for me because it's helped me to draw this map that it would have taken me way longer to draw than what I've taken on it so far. And I think it'll be really good for Family Search. I hope they like it, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.